We are in August 1992. The Soviet Union had collapsed 8 months earlier, when Mikhail Gorbachev delivered his final speech, announcing his resignation and the dissolution of the USSR. In the Caucasus, Moscow's influence did not disappear. Power vacuums opened, and Russia still held military bases, weapons stockpiles, and political leverage across the region. When Georgia declared independence in 1991, the country was unstable. Armed groups operated across the territory. In Abkhazia, tensions rose between the Georgian government and local separatist leaders who sought greater autonomy, and increasingly, separation from Tbilisi. In summer 1992, pro-Abkhaz forces allegedly attacked government officials and disrupted railway lines connecting western and eastern Georgia. On August 14, Georgian government forces entered Abkhazia, declaring they were restoring constitutional order. The move triggered armed rebellion. Abkhaz troops proved much stiffer than anticipated, and heavy fighting broke out. Abkhaz forces quickly received support from fighters arriving through Russian territory. Volunteers from the North Caucasus crossed the mountains. Weapons and ammunition circulated through channels that were impossible without Russian access or tolerance. While Moscow publicly called for ceasefires, elements within the Russian military provided logistical support, equipment, and strategic coordination to Abkhaz forces. The main motivation was to ensure Russia's military presence in the South Caucasus. Transnistrian Russians, Cossack militants and Islamist Shamalbasayev's Chechen battalion joined the Abkhaz cause. Groups of bandits roamed remote areas with impunity. The battlefield shifted as Abkhaz units, reinforced and supplied, organized counteroffensives. Georgian troops, initially in control of key areas including Sukhumi, faced increasingly coordinated resistance backed by external assistance. Sukhumi, the regional capital, became the center of the fighting. Artillery fire struck residential districts. Civilians sheltered in basements. Infrastructure collapsed. What had begun as a declared security operation became a full-scale civil war. This war was not only a separatist conflict. It was also part of a broader struggle over influence in the post-Soviet space. The War of 1992 to 1993 would redefine Georgia's relationship with Russia and leave consequences that still echo today. By 1993, the humanitarian situation had collapsed. The war had become a disaster for civilians. Cities were cut off. Electricity failed. Water supplies stopped. Villages were routinely looted and burned, and Georgian civilians were slaughtered or taken hostage. For many families, survival became the only objective. In September 1993, Abkhaz forces launched a final offensive on Sukhumi. Disorganized Georgian defenses weakened under heavy assault. Street fighting spread through the city. Chaos replaced command. On September 27, Sukhumi fell. After the fall of the city, violence continued. Reports documented killings of civilians and prisoners of war. Fear spread rapidly. Tens of thousands of ethnic Georgians fled in panic, by car, on foot, across rivers, through mountains. Many carried nothing but small bags and children in their arms. By the end of the conflict, between 200,000 and 250,000 ethnic Georgians had been displaced from Abkhazia. Entire communities disappeared. Homes were abandoned. For those who fled, displacement became permanent. Many lived for years in temporary shelters across Georgia. International observers and Georgian authorities later described these events as ethnic cleansing. As one of many conflicts precipitated by the breakup of the Soviet Union, the 1992-93 conflict between Georgia and the region of Abkhazia distinguishes itself as one of the bloodiest, most consequential, and most unresolved. Overall, whatever strategy Moscow was attempting to implement, Russian policy during the violent phase of the conflict appeared as a form of chaotic involvement. This dynamic contributed to the full reignition of the conflict in 2008.